My name's Dale Wakefield. I'm the General Manager for LinQ.
My name's Jared Langford and I am the Director of LinQ.
We're a relatively new company, but we exist to make it easier for NDIS participants in regional and remote areas to connect with a quality occupational therapist.
The really crazy part is that we have capacity today. So we can get an assessment booked in. So you say, hey, I need an assessment, so we can get you booked in quite likely tomorrow.
They just haven't seen that before. They've been usually coping for years with having to book assessments 6 to 12 months ahead of time, and then sometimes wait weeks or a month or two to get a report. So it just us is seeing the look they have or the feedback they give us from being able to deliver that so quickly.
A lot of people are a little bit unsure about the virtual aspect of how the assessment process works, and once we've gone through with some clients and they've gone through it and they've experienced it, they're just shocked at how simple it is. They've got nothing but like, why don't we always do this? Why isn't everybody doing this? This is so much better.
So we hire occupational therapists from around Australia. They could really be anywhere. So we've got people in Karratha, in Wollongong, up in Darwin. It doesn't matter where they're located because of the way we connect with people. And then we look for people that are in regional and remote communities that have a hard time getting an assessment. They might be on wait lists that are 6 to 12 months, for example, and we just connect them. So we're the glue in the middle that takes that participant with a need and connects them with a quality occupational therapist so they can get their assessment done really quickly.
For a good example would be there's a complex pediatric issue and someone lives in Broken Hill. They can access one of our OTs that works part-time with us who also works in Sydney Children's Hospital. And they're able to do that because it's virtual.
Yeah, LinQ has a few really great benefits. One is that it cuts down on costs because people don't need to travel anymore, or a really expensive occupational therapist doesn't have to travel to you, so you're saving that. The other one, obviously, we know this through COVID, is just infection control. So with LinQ, you don't need to have someone coming into your own home. So that's a really great benefit. And I think the third one is that you're no longer restricted by the area that you live in and the number of occupational therapists that live and work there. So you might be waiting 6, 9, 12 months for an assessment where we can probably get you one in the next week.
Whereas what we're seeing in the industry at the moment is people are waiting 12 months, missing their initial plan. When they finally do get in to see a clinician, then they have to go back for a whole review and the process starts all over again. And that's just the way the NDIS is structured at the moment. So it's definitely a huge saving cost there, both in terms of monetary savings, but also just the time and effort and the stress that puts through.
One of the biggest benefits that we have for the system as a whole is that you might live in a small community that has a couple of occupational therapists and you're on a wait list to see one of them. But by taking some of the assessment work and giving it to LinQ, you actually free up the occupational therapists in your town. You're removing a lot of the burden of the assessment work in the town so that when they need to see you face to face, they're able to do that. And we're also really helping NDIS participants get the assessments they need so they can get things like re-evaluations to their plan or changes in their conditions updated quicker, which gets them onto the right track with the supports they need sooner.